I did actually want to bring something up on the note of the complexion and whatnot. Recently, it was brought to my attention by a peer of mine that they're like, specifically this person on Instagram at according to Wheeze, that's Weeze. This person did a post recently where they said that they were not going to say BIPOC anymore, BIPOC, which stands for Black, Indigenous, People of Color. They are switching to BBIMP, which stands for Black, Brown, Indigenous, or Melanated People. And they said that they're switching that because it decenters whiteness, like people of color technically still centers the whiteness kind of thing. So I just want to bring that up because that really resonated with me, or not resonated, but like I think that's a very valid, important point, and I want to kind of public service announcement. I did post this on Instagram, but fellow white people, I guess I should say, fellow white people, consider changing your lexicon and adopting this new term, BBIMP, and understand why it's a better term. That's all I have to say about that. Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to have any, or you have any comments about that, or if I should just go on to the next question.
I mean, I haven't heard of that term specifically, but I feel like all of the terms are kind of frustrating that they even have to exist at all. One that I have heard is people of the global majority, but something that I use often in many different capacities, talking about gender, sexuality, blah, 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 all the things, I just say marginalized people. Because that, I mean, even when you say Black, Indigenous, and people of color, or this new one, Black, Brown, Indigenous, Melanated people, is that what you said? So that, all those things, I have no evidence for this, and I may not be the person to say this at all. Just something that makes me curious is, how do Asian people feel about this? Like, there are Asian people who are fair complexion. So it makes me curious how they would feel and if they feel left out. Because when you say people of color, like, do they feel included? Do they feel like they would fall into the melanated people? Because when, like, there's even a way of just colloquially saying, like, oh, you know, Black and brown, blah, blah, blah. Like, we talk and we say Black and brown, Black and brown, Black and brown. And I'm like, not everybody who is a marginalized race is of that complexion. Also, there are Black people and Mexican people and like people from all over the place that do look white. So there's, I just personally am like, there's so much nuance, and it's so hard to put so much nuance into these terms.